Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel if you are subscribed. Otherwise, welcome if you are new here, and I imagine we're going to get some of you who are new here. Name's Zal, back again, another Warframe reaction video. And today, we're looking at the dev workshop, okay? This is kind of what I meant by when I said we would look at some of the dev streams. I believe this is a dev stream. I mean, I searched for dev streams. The only streams I can really find on the Warframe... Ah, no, look, there is actually dev streams. So, is there a dev stream? Dev stream? Dev stream. When was this? This was an hour, 20 minutes? I can't react to all this. Can I? Is it regimented? No, it isn't. That's a whole stream. It's a whole stream. There's so much. There's so much here. An hour 20. Oh, maybe not. What is
We're
this?
using the Mac paper on.
Derailed. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Ooh.
It's very regal.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not
Regal.
bad. However, second.
Hold on. Okay. Well, today, regardless, we're here to react to the dev workshop, the Corpus Proxima, and the new Railjack. And thank God, this is regimented. So I can't guarantee we're going to react to the whole thing, but at least the best parts. My editor will put in the best parts, or if I'm editing it, I will put in the best parts. Okay, but we're going to react to it because obviously, in the community tab, which I love, by the way. Ever since I've had the community tab, I have. Oh, that's a trailer. Ever since I've had the community tab, we've been pretty active. We've been pretty active on it. We're liking it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, you guys are killing it on the votes and everything on here, by the way. You're like really killing it. You guys are awesome. I'll probably set a new poll out soon. Who knows? Who knows? What did you guys say with the dev stream? So yeah, definitely would love to see that. I think it would be cool, but sometimes we talk about spoilers to upcoming quests and stuff. But it's up to you, mate. Have a good one. Yas. Just yas. Okay, that's fine. That works for me. Well, I'm not really sure what I meant when I put dev streams. Because you guys always talk about the dev streams and asked if I had seen them. 9 times out of 10 I haven't, but it's going to change now. So are the dev streams once a month? What are they? I don't know. I don't know, because if you think we're reacting to, I guess it was an hour's worth of content there. I can't see it personally. I don't think I'd be able to do that. I don't know. But let's react to the Warframe dev workshop. So that is the Corpus Proxima and the new Railjack. Now the Corpus Proxima, I have no idea what that is. So that's completely new to me. The new Railjack is important to me because obviously I wanted to start the Railjack in our last episode. That reminds me. Ah, fuck! I need fucking plastids. But you guys did comment on my gameplay video how to get some of that. So let's go back. Let's get straight into this then. So this is the Warframe dev workshop, Corpus Proxima, and the new Railjack. Important to me because obviously we want to start the new Railjack as soon as we can. As you kind of saw, we are building the Fildrons and the Detonite injectors, and there was one other thing left, mutagen mass or something like that. We can do that as quickly as we can and obviously get into it. Worst case scenario, I just farm a load of plastids when the time comes, and then I just rush through them all for 5 platinum each, because I'll be honest, I ain't got time to wait. Alright, I ain't got time to wait. But let's get straight into this then. I know I've said that a few times, but let's get straight into this. Hopefully it doesn't get... I don't know if it would get copyright striked, I'm not sure. I'd like to hope it wouldn't. Digital Extremes, keep your eye out. New talent. That's right, Zal here, back again. Brand new reaction video channel. Okay, right, let's get straight into this. This is my first stream, my first dev workshop reaction. I've never seen anything to do with this, so let's have a look. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I'm going to be a noob to a lot of it, but it's going to be cool. Okay. Take the helm.
Hello, Tenno.
My
Hello.
name is Rebecca Ford, and I am going to walk you through all things Update 29.10, Corpus Proxima, and the new Railjack. This video is really a video guide to our dev workshop that we released. Our dev workshop covers 4 major things with the new Railjack, which is essentially a full rework of our Railjack content. There's a lot. And
I know it's a really weird thing to see, to identify out of all this. But I do. I like the little line here. Little line.
So, first things first. What's going to change on login? The first notable change is that all things Railjack...
By the way, apologies about the stress spots, okay? It's been a stressful fucking week. It's been a super stressful week, so I kind of look a bit rough. Not really sure why I mentioned that now. I kind of felt like she could see me, but she can't see me, and to be honest, that's good. That is good. Alright. Yeah, you ain't using Excalibur. There ain't no way.
This is more accessible. Oh, that's not good. I might leave this in just because I clearly misspelled my password. Anyway, so the first things first is that Railjack is simply more accessible. And that comes in one of 2 ways. Ooh. The first way is that if you actually never built your Railjack, you may have been challenged by the amount of resources it took or the time it took to just wait between parts. Maybe you felt you didn't have the time.
Okay.
That's all been cut back.
Ooh.
Resources have been reduced and time has been reduced, which simply means less grind and less waiting. We
well,
also have done something
that's
that is a little bit of a paradox that we didn't have this in the first place in our free-to-play game, and that's we added it to the market to buy for platinum. So whether or not you have bought your platinum or traded for it, you will be able to simply purchase a Railjack from the market. This is something that you can just hop in and grab it if you don't want to do the quest or any of the waiting that a free path would have. But whatever.
That's tempting, but we're not going to do that because we want to do the quest, right? We want to do the quest. We want to do the quest and build the Railjack. Does it take an awful long time? No, she said it cuts back, right? They cut back on the grind? It's a bit grindy?
Whatever you choose, up to you. You just have more options now. The second major change to cover when it comes to logging in is the complete shuffle of avionics to mods. So avionics are gone and they've been converted to mods. And the way you mod your Railjack has actually changed a little bit. So all your avionics have turned into...
So I'm not really going to be able to identify this. I don't know what this is about, but it's good to know.
...into mods. But now the question is, where do you put your mods? We've changed the concept of modding Railjack by introducing something called the Plexus. So the Plexus is an item unique to you that no matter whose Railjack you go on, whether yours or someone else's, it brings your loadout with you. So you're no longer sort of held hostage by what battle mods or battle avionics your host's Railjack has, because you can bring your own. So for example, on login, players will have a way to configure their Plexus right at the front and center of their orbiter. So if I go into my orbiter's Plexus mod now, I can see the following. First, I can see that the Plexus has an aura slot. That means I can bring all of these attributes to whatever Railjack I go on, whether it's mine or someone else's. So in your squad of 4, you all get an aura slot. So one of you could bring a defensive one, some of you could bring an offensive one. It's up to you, and it works towards the Railjack's general co-op nature. Then there's the 8 integrated slots that simply are the avionics you may have been familiar with. So whether you want your turret damage to be better, you can simply slot these in and they'll work for you regardless of whose Railjack you're on. Then there's the battle avionics. So these are the powers, but now it's different. You can, by default, bring your powers with you. So a Railjack host no longer determines what you can cast when you're using the side guns or the pilot seat. You bring your own avionics. So I can use Void Hole, Particle Ram, and Munitions Vortex simply because I have it on my...
Because you got to remember, the whole aspect of this Railjack is completely new to me. So I presumed a Railjack is a big ship which you control with a party, a group of 4 people. And they all control different sides of the ship to, I guess, complete a common goal. I don't know, complete a boss battle, maybe? Or maybe we're going through space and we're constantly being attacked. I really have no idea. You guys already know because you've done it. I have no idea. I'm really new to this. I haven't even built my Railjack yet. But this is cool to know. It's a bit spoilery, which you guys warned me about, but it's... You know, I think It's not a massive spoiler, you know. It's not game breaking for me, but this is cool. I like the look of these mods as well. Yeah.
Plexus. And then there's the tactical avionics. These are the ones that when you pull up your tactical menu, you can cast. And again, now you bring your own. So all of this has been moved to the player level so that you can have more choice on what you bring to a Railjack mission. Another little bonus is now you have configs so that you can actually have a more diverse loadout depending on, say, what type of content you're playing. So that's all there as well for you to explore.
Nice.
So this is the switch from avionics to mods, and this is the introduction of the Plexus. So when you log in, you're going to want to make sure that you check out your Plexus and get modding. Otherwise, you're going to be going in empty-handed. Now let's talk about Dirac to Endo. Dirac was the resource you used, found only in Railjack, to rank up your avionics. Since avionics are gone, Dirac is also gone.
Okay,
and
good.
in its place is Endo, the currency we know and love to rank up our mods. That means that when you log in,
I've got
all of
dozens
your
of that stuff.
Dirac
Loads of
will
it.
turn into Endo. It's going to be just swapped, and any Dirac you invested in your grid will be reimbursed. So if, like me, you maxed your avionics grid, you will get back 39,000 Endo, not Dirac. So this will be something that on login you'll notice, and you'll want to make sure you go in and rank up your Railjack mods using Endo, not Dirac, because it's gone.
Ready to work out. We've got the perfect playlist for you.
Fully maxed out all your intrinsics, you're going to need to go back to your intrinsics management, and you'll be starting from zero across the board. Let's take a look at how far I've gone since the respec. I still have lots of intrinsics points to spend, and I've only done about half of them because I wanted to take this opportunity to show you what's changed. This isn't going to be the full list in the video. The dev workshop will have that, but this will at least explain to you some of the broader changes that come and why. Firstly, we wanted to connect more to all the main components of Warframe. As you know, necromechs exist, and they are old war technology. Railjack is old war technology. So we've started to provide some connective tissue insofar as some of the more underwhelming intrinsics from before have turned into things like deploy mechs in all missions. So yes, that means what you think it means. If you progress through your tactical intrinsics ranks, you'll be able to deploy your mech wherever you want, whenever you want. And other intrinsics will either make your mech stronger. So for example, the engineers will be able to have a buffed mech, as you can see here. So
does that mean we can go in our mechs in any node, in any mission? Even against, like, bosses, like Vor, and what was the one that the Jackal? Things like that, is that what this means? I don't know how I feel about that, if that is correct. I don't know, we kind of put so much time into our Warframes, and they all have these special abilities. I mean, you've seen from my other gameplay videos that these mechs are able to take down Gargantulist and I can't remember the other one. Not Hydralist, I think that's the biggest one. Eidolon, Gantulist, and the Eidolon. The first one? The Small Fry one, which used to be Big Fry to me. Now it's Small Fry, because I'm on Gantulist I'm on Gantulist things now. So, you know. Something to think about. But the person that I play with deploys their mech, and it's, you know, it's pretty cheesed, I'll be honest. It's still a difficult fight, but it's pretty cheesed. You just gotta follow the mechanics, and that mech does a lot of the heavy lifting, which is awesome. It's really, really cool, and I can see why a lot of people would want to get all the mods for their mech and get it leveled up to a really high level, but then why would you use your frame or use anything else other than your mech? And I get that the frames are still going to be a lot more maneuverable in, like, missions, in nodes and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess you could use the Warframe for more maneuverability, whilst then as soon as you get to the defense, you could last all game you just need to stand still in your mech and just left click or press, I don't know, right trigger on your Xbox or R2 on the PlayStation or whatever you have on the Switch, and just kill everything. Do everything you need to do with the mech. I presume that's what that means. Maybe I'm completely incorrect. Maybe deploy mechs in all missions is not deploy mechs in all missions in all the planets of Warframe. Maybe not. I don't know. seems weird. Seems weird.
So on. We've also removed some of the less popular intrinsics and tried to replace them with something a little more fun. So rank 10 piloting used to be pretty underwhelming, and now it's hopefully something that's a bit more skill-based and a great pilot can pull off, because you can do a Railjack blink, so you can teleport your Railjack. And of course, some very big news on this screen that people have been waiting a long time for, which is the debut of the command intrinsic. Now, I've already ranked mine up to 2, so what that means is I've already unlocked the first slot, and now I can command my crew to do various tasks. So once you've unlocked your first crew member, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Ticker. So let's go visit Ticker and see what she has to say. We have made it to Ticker on Fortuna, and hiring your crew is really as simple as talking to Ticker and clicking the Hire Railjack crew members.
Nice.
Now, every day,
Oh, wow.
there will be new crew members available for hire. And who you hire can depend on what you're looking for in your crew, and their prices are determined by how much a certain syndicate likes you. So, for example, Steel Meridian and I get along great, which means I actually get to hire Kudus at a discount.
This is good, because in our last gameplay we started leveling up syndicates. Finally, we got to that point. So this is good.
But when it comes to New Loca, Feline and I can hire Feline, but at double the price that someone loyal to New Loca would. Of course, let me know in the comments who your syndicate is, so that you can, battle it out with other Tenno on which syndicate is indeed the best. Spoiler. Well, I won't say who it is. But nevertheless, I can hop on in here, take a look at Kudus, and see that they actually have quite a high endurance stat, whereas Feline has a high gunnery stat. So what that means is the different competencies of different crew members will be something that you can upgrade to a degree. So over time, you'll be able to assign a certain amount of points to increase their skills and competencies. So for now, I'll hire this very apt gunner and take a look at managing them in my dry dock.
20 platinum.
I've made it to my dry dock, and what you will find is dry docks have been added to certain relays. So if you never built a dry dock in your clan dojo, no problem. You can go ahead and head to the 2nd or 3rd tier relays to manage your crew and all things Railjack. So my crew are here. I have a handful of crew that I've already hired, but I'll go ahead and equip my recently hired Feline, and I can take a look and see that I can in fact train them to have a bit more competencies. So we know they're a great gunner, but maybe I want their endurance to just be a tad higher, and I'll just go ahead and do that. Obviously this is placeholder because it is the dev build, but as you can see, the points have been assigned, and Feline is feeling pretty good about their endurance and gunnery. You can also equip your crew with weapons that you just have in your arsenal. You can customize them and much, much more. It's worth noting that the crew is designed for solo play, meaning that if you want to go with yourself and up to 3 crew members, you're free to do so. Once you start doing public matchmaking, however, public Tenno will take the slots of your crew.
Okay.
So if you want a full AI crew, go solo. Otherwise, as other Tenno join your squad, they'll be taking the place of the AI crew members.
That's cool. Okay. That's
The
what
next
that was.
part of our dev workshop is
That was a question I had, actually. I didn't really see the point. I thought the crew maybe just were in the background whilst you played with 3 other people. Clearly not. We can do it solo, which is great. Great for me, because I do like going through things like this solo. But yeah, this will be cool. This will be cool. Obviously, I will play with you guys as well on the Railjack. That'll be fun. But I do want to just get me to a point where I'm ready. I don't want to spoil anything. I want to build it all myself and get into it myself. And then we'll go from there. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to the Railjack. It's meant to be out this week, right? This week? It's the 17th today?
Is the inclusion of a new component for Railjacks. The hull materials will sort of be the new health and armor values for your Railjack. So while a player's Plexus will have aura mods that speak to upgrading these stats, the Railjack itself will have this part built in, so it's not entirely riding the upgrade system of avionics or mods. So this is something you can look to earning or researching before you go out on your first mission. We're also making improvements to matchmaking. Right now in Railjack, when you try and start a mission from certain parts of the star chart, you'll often be told to go to your dry dock.
That's an amazing set of teeth. I want teeth like that. They're really good teeth. That's a terrible place to stop it, but that was I had great teeth. fucking great teeth.
It's a bit more difficult to join a public squad or to start your own compared to core Warframe, so we're just making sure it obeys the type of logic that the base game has when you wish to start a mission. Meaning that when you go and click a node, if you're on public and there's no squad there, you'll simply start your own rather than having to go all the way out to a separate start chart. This is a huge streamlining effort to make sure that more people can connect or just access Railjack faster. Now to talk early adopters. On login, you may be eligible for some rewards. If you're in a clan that's built a dry dock, on login, you will get the exclusive commemorative Railjack Statue. This statue is something that signifies that you were part of the original Railjack fleet, and you can put it anywhere you'd like in your dojo.
The Snake, we done that, right? So I joined your clan. You did all the hard work and built a dry dock, right? That's what you did? I'm assuming that's what you did, because we need this. It's nice, look at it. It shows off all the hard work we did in building that dry dock. Remember all those hours we put into that? That was hard, huh? If you don't remember it, try harder. But I'm glad that I get to benefit off of all your hard work. Round of applause for the Snake. Good job. Apologies. Let's continue. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything with the Railjack in terms of the internals and stuff like that. I mean, I kind of want to see that myself when I actually build it.
The last section of part 2 is talking about node changes. So when we say node changes, what we mean is node changes to what you know to be Earth, Saturn, and Veil Proxima. There's some choice there for nodes, but there's not really a lot of meaningful choice, with the only option being skirmish, or at least it seems that way until you memorize what points of interest live on what nodes. And it comes down for us to too much repetition of a very small set of nodes and a lot of Railjack just being flat out ignored. For what we believe to be the healthier new direction for Railjack, we are making some changes by removing some of the existing Grineer nodes. The addition of the Corpus Proxima regions will introduce many new types of missions to play, and they'll say more than skirmish. We'll also be adding some Corpus regions to the Veil Proxima, meaning that there will be higher level content of both factions in the furthest reaches of space. And generally speaking, this does mean that the Gian Point node is going away. And we don't make that decision lightly, and we hope that there is an understanding of why that particular node, among others, have been removed for Railjack's health. The reasons really do come down to taking what was good about Gian Point, which was a quick turnaround and a high affinity reward, and trying to put it into the objectives within Railjack itself so that the diversity of content gets played more than just one node over and over again. Now part 3, what will keep you playing with this update? There's a lot to it because Corpus Railjack has come. Corpus Railjack not only brings new Proxima regions with varying difficulty, it also brings the strongest integration yet of core Warframe to Railjack content. So what that means is you'll be playing a Warframe defense mission, but you'll have all of Railjack around it to get you more affinity and more rewards and just a different experience. We'll also have tried and true like Exterminate. So this is another, one of the first Warframe mission modes I think we ever released has now arrived to Railjack with all of the Railjack wrapping to it. And then there's 2 other things that are new to the Corpus Railjack regions. The first is Orphix is back. So this means that the Orphix Venom event, which had your mechs and your Warframes and your operators playing with the operation on the build, is now here permanently in Railjack. Oh. What that means is you can go through varying difficulties if you start in Venus or want to go all the way out to the Veil, so that you can earn arcanes within the missions. So this is an alternate path to earning arcanes if you don't want to do Eidolons, or perhaps while it's day during the Plains of Eidolon. What this also means is that in one mission, you're using your Railjack, your Warframe, your operator, and your mech. So it's certainly the combination of all things Warframe. And we also have a brand new mission type.
That's cool.
Volatile is a mission type that is pretty co-op intensive in that you have to be paying attention on how to blow up the reactor of a Corpus ship and then, of course, end by perhaps taking down the ship itself. The last section of our workshop, what comes next?
Oh, well, hold on now. Just a second. Rewind. Rewind.
Ship and then, of course, end by... Volatile is a mission type that is pretty co-op intensive in that you have to be paying attention on how to blow up the reactor of a Corpus ship and then, of course, end by perhaps taking down the ship itself.
That's cool. That's super cool.
The last section of our workshop, what comes next? Well, there's quite a few things.
Tell me what's next,
First,
Rebecca.
You may have
Give
noticed
it to
that we
me.
didn't
Tell me.
mention void storms or relics as
Voidstorm.
new content in the new Railjack. And that's because we're actually moving it to update 30. There's just too much, frankly, as you can probably tell by the length of this video and pages, that
That's fair
including
enough.
void storms and relics would probably put some of the quality at risk, more so
Makes
than
sense.
all of these
Yeah,
changes
makes sense.
already have.
Makes sense.
So it's okay, though. We think thematically, in fact, we know thematically that the void storms are going to be extremely related to Call of the Tempest Starry, which is the name of Update 30. Sevagoth and his quest are firmly placed in void storms, so it'll make sense to release it all at once. What you can expect with void storms is the ability to crack relics in Railjack. So the relic hunting and the relic cracking using Fisher missions will be possible in Railjack when void storms launch. So you'll be able to take to the skies instead of sticking to the main star chart, depending on what you want to do. Another thing, of course, to look forward to is Update 30 Call of the Tempest Starry. This update is a classic Warframe quest. It's going to take you to the far reaches of Void Storms and Railjack as a solo quest to learn about Sevagoth and the Tempest Starry and much, much more. There may be a little hint of some upcoming villains to come as well in this quest. And when I say hint, I mean Corpus Liches, aka Queenpins, which is going to be more in the update 30.5 realm of content. So update 30 will come, it will bring Sevagoth, it will bring a quest and a few more things. And then down the road, we will have Corpus Queenpins launching, which of course will bring a whole bunch of new characters and personalities to fall in love with, as well as new weapons, new ephemeras, and new boss fights in the Railjack arenas. So you can look forward to all of that and more beyond the update that we have for you in the next couple of weeks. We should mention that the PC player base is getting update 29.10 and that the console player base is getting update 30 and all of this at once. So the way it's going to split out is PC is going to be receiving update 29.10 first. Then all platforms at the same time are going to get update 30. So Call of the Tempest Starry and the lore content within it will be celebrated as a community rather than staggered. But the console community will receive all of this and that lore content in one go. So it's going to come in PC in the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Hopefully you made it through this video, and hopefully you can read the dev
2
workshop
weeks.
if you...
Wait, what date is this? It's 2 weeks ago. Hold on. No, it was 1 week ago. Week and a half ago. Okay. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks? In 2 weeks? In?
It will be celebrated as a community rather than staggered.
In?
But the console community will receive all of this and that lore content in one go. So it's going to come in PC in the next 2 weeks.
In the next 2 weeks, okay. Well, it's Wednesday now. We got what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I gotta be close.
Hopefully you made it through this video, and hopefully you can read the dev workshop if you want more details on anything I talked about here today.
Alright. Okay. Hell yeah. That was cool. I need to react to more of these. The newer ones. It makes no sense to me reacting to the older ones, but the newest ones that come out. This was cool. This was really good. I should have reacted to these a lot way before. Maybe I would have actually understood a lot more of what's coming to Warframe in the update. You guys keep telling me about in the comments. I really need to pay more attention to the Play Warframe channel, I think. Great job there by Rebecca as well. Amazing. But I'm sure you guys already know that. I'm sure you and her are great friends by now, as I'm sure you've watched a lot more videos than I have. But this is great. I'm excited to be a part of this community. This is fun. I like this. I'm excited about the Railjack. If I wasn't already excited about the Railjack, I'm a lot more excited now. I don't know what I thought the Railjack would be. I kind of knew it was to do with having some kind of ship or something. I kind of got confused as to why it was called a Railjack. Doesn't really make much sense to me, at least. This update looks very good. Very, very good. I can't wait. I can't wait to jump on and get hopefully straight into this. And we can build the new Railjack a lot easier once this is ready. But I still got to build Cephalon Psi. I can do that in my own time. You might see me dibbing and dabbing into it on some of the newest gameplay videos. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this reaction. And if you do want to see more, leave a like and let me know in the comments as well, because this is new for me, reacting to this style of video. It's a long one. It is a long one, don't get me wrong, but if you guys want to see it, I'm gonna watch them anyway, right? I'm gonna watch them anyway, so I might as well react to it. Hopefully Warframe and Digital Extremes don't mind me reacting to this and putting it on my channel, or reacting to these and putting it in my channel. Hopefully not. But yeah. Is there a specific date that these come out, by the way? Because then we can just get a fresh fucking reaction every time. But hey, thank you very much for watching, guys. It has been a pleasure as always, and I hope you are all staying safe and doing well. It seems that maybe we're starting to get to the end of this whole COVID thing. I think it's always going to be there, but at least we're getting to the end of the worst of it. And as long as you guys are staying safe, that's good enough for me. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Sorry there hasn't been a video in a couple of days. It's just been manic, guys. It's been manic, and trust me, I feel incredibly bad when I don't. It's not great. It's pretty horrible. I probably need to somehow get out of that. But that's a conversation for another day. Anyway, once again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.